So I have been working with water for many years. I grew up in a place where it was impossible to drink water, where we had to drink bottled water, we had to bring it in. So this has always been a concern of mine, to understand how we can define water as a human right. I also focus on food and how food can not be just in the private sector and how that can be a public service, as well as shelter, and shelter as something that in the city that I live in New York, where everything is so privatized, we're looking for public space. So public space is a main concern, and certain aspects of these things can happen in public space. So that's something that I work through in this artwork, is trying to figure out how to get enough movement behind urban commons and behind redefining these things as rights, as services, instead of as private goods to be bought and sold as commodities. I mean, I think that art can do so many things. It can be used as a form of artistic propaganda, right? But it can also be used in a way that, well, things can happen quicker. You can, say, find loopholes within a permit process or something like that, where you can actually do things because you call it art. So much of living in this sort of a city like New York is defining what you call things in a particular way so that you can do particular things or other things. So that's something that that this kind of artwork, I think, thrives on, is figuring out what corporations have done so well for so long, how some of those tools can be retooled, and how you can flip the script. You would hope. This is the hope that kind of leads to an urban transformation. And I think in small ways it can completely. It's hard to quantify, but I also think that there are ways. And a project I'm working on now, for example, I'll cite, it's a food forest that right now it's illegal to grow public food in public spaces in New York City. So while doing something like this is a very small step, we're working on policy change with it as well.